Dito ka na nga lang sa bahay, di mo pa magawa ng maayos ang pinapagawa ko!
Hindi ko sinasadya.
Sumasagot ka pa, ha? Ano?
Patawarin mo na!
Exposure to violence can lead to a wide array of negative health behaviors and outcomes, including alcohol and drug use and suicide. Domestic violence that happens at home, like the one in the video, inflicts harm to children in terms of emotional and psychological aspects, physical pain and low self-esteem, which impacts and affects the learning system of a child. Which lead us to the topic on the Act defining violence against women and their children, providing protective measures, prescribing penalties, and for other purposes. The Republic Act number 9262. In the Philippines, violence against women and children appears as of the country's most pervasive social problem. Societal norms and traditions dictate people to think that men are the leaders, pursuers, and providers and take on the dominant role in society. And according to the Philippine National Police, there are over 3,600 reported cases of violence against women and children since the start of lockdown. Thus, under Section 2 is the Declaration of Policy, which hereby declares that the state shall value the dignity of women and children and guarantees full respect for human rights. The state also recognizes the need to protect the family and its members, particularly women and children, from violence and threats to their personal safety and security. What is Republic Act number 962? It is an act that seeks to address the prevalence of violence against women and children, or VAWC, abuses on women and their children by their intimate partners. This could be husband or ex-husband, live-in partner or ex-live-in partner, boyfriend or girlfriend or ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, or dating partnership. The Section 3 definition of terms. It includes but is not limited to physical violence, which refers to acts that include bodily or physical harm. Sexual violence, which refers to an act which is sexual in nature, committed against a woman or a child. Psychological violence, which refers to acts that are likely to cause mental or emotional suffering. Of economic abuse, which refers to acts that make or attempt to make a woman financially dependent. Now, who gets protected under the law? It would be the woman and her children. It could also be a child who is a minor, legitimate and illegitimate, and a person aged 18 years and beyond who doesn't have the ability to decide for herself or himself, and any child under the care of a woman. What can women and children do under the law? The law allows women and their children to secure barangay protection order reflected in Section 14 and or temporary protection order in Section 15 or permanent protection order in Section 16 from the courts. They can also file an independent civil actions for damages and criminal action. What is a protection order? It is an order prescribed in the Anti-VAWC Act to prevent further abuse of or violence against a woman and her child. It also provides them relief from said abuse or violence. Protection order includes prohibition of the respondent from threatening acts, removal and exclusion of the respondent from the residence of the petitioner. Enforceability of protection orders. All TPOs and PPOs issued under this Act shall be enforceable anywhere in the Philippines, and a violation thereof shall be punishable with a fine ranging from 5,000 pesos to 50,000 pesos and or imprisonment of 6 months. Section 6. The penalties include imprisonment and will be obliged to pay 100,000 pesos to 300,000 pesos in damages, and they will undergo psychological counseling or psychiatric treatment. Section 9. who may file the petition for protection order. They can be the offended party, the parents or guardians, the ascendants, descendants, or collateral relatives, the DSWD or social workers, the police officers, the local officials and lawyers, any two people who came from the place who have past knowledge, and the therapists and counselors. Section 20. The custody of children. The woman victim of violence shall be entitled to the custody and support of her child or children.
A mother loses custody when found guilty.
And that there's a history of child abuse, substance abuse, domestic violence, emotional abuse, and negligence. Is VAWC committed by men alone? Women can also be liable under the law. These are the lesbian partners or girlfriends or former partners of the victim with whom she has or had a sexual or dating relationship. What if the male spouse or partner complains about abuses committed by his wife or partner? He may file a complaint or case under the revised penal code. Section 35. The rights of the victims include to be treated with respect and dignity, avail legal assistance from PAW or any legal assistance office, be entitled to support services from DSWD and LGUs, and be informed of their rights and the services available for them.